Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host, Bailey. My lump is getting bigger on my neck. I thought antibiotics were supposed to make it smaller. I am in so much pain. Oh my gosh. I cried when I ate my toast this morning. That's how bad this hurts. So I apologize if I'm very quiet. I really hope that everybody can hear me. But onward and upward. I'm going to do a nail tutorial with you guys today. I have this on my own nails. I did my nails yesterday, like I said I was going to. So I'm going to do this cute accent. I think it's an accent nail. If you're really bold, really bold, and you want to do all your nails this way, good on ya. Be jazzy like that, because you know I am. But I like to switch things up. I don't like to have all my nails the same. You know, accent nails are the key. So, we're going to do these together. I really apologize because everything is disappearing. And, oh my gosh. Love you guys. That's why I'm still moving forward. So, we're gonna adjust the cam. We're gonna go down to the nail station. And hopefully I can get the little whiny to get out of my voice as I keep talking. So, Pausey, BRB, we're going to go down there and do some nails. Alright, hey, bunny hands. Okay, so for this specific type of design, you're going to need little studs. I get these off of Light in a Box. You can get them in little individual containers from your local Walmart in some kits. I've also seen them at Rexall, but there's 1,200 in here, and I only paid $5.55 for these, so this is quite a deal, and I can definitely, spend less and have more. That's what you want to do. So, we're going to do a pink nail, just like the one that I've got. So I've selected, this is actually acrylic here, but for this one I've selected my number 470 Bubblegum Pink by Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear. And of course you'll also need a black and a white. So I've got my black to black Sally Hansen Insta-Dry and my number 300 white on. And you'll also need a top coat. I have my, sorry guys, I have to keep swallowing and then it hurts, so bear with me please. I have my Pure Ice Blacklight top coat. So make sure it's a top coat, not a clear coat, because they're totally two different things. You're going to need a little piece of paper, or sometimes I'll use a lid. As you can see, it's a little crunchy there. For your glue. So you'll also need some glue and some tweezers. And now I use my orange stick to put glue on. So I don't know, you can do it however you like, but this is how I do it. So I have an orange stick. And you'll also need either tape, vinyls, or stencils. If you do not have any of these and you want to learn how to make these, please go to my other video I have posted. It's a DIY how to make your own stencils out of painter's tape for very, very inexpensive. Okay, so let's get going. So I've got my nail here. Stick it on my orange stick. So white base coat. These are my white nails that I've had, but make sure you do a white base coat. And you can either use a whole piece of tape or a straight piece. It doesn't matter as long as I might have to use a whole piece, so I'm going to stick that back there because these nails are pretty long. So I'm going to grab a long piece of tape off my tape roll. And usually for the long nails, I cut it on angles. So I'll cut a straight angle like that. Ooh, man. And don't go like directly down the middle, go just slightly over. And it's okay if the middle gets kind of icky because your jewels kind of cover the center line anyway. So I'm going to do this one backwards compared to these. So it doesn't really matter how you do it. This is just funky monkey. All right, so you're gonna pick one color. Doesn't matter what color, you can do whatever color that you want. Very thin, bold. And you want to remove your tape. Just like that. And see what I meant about how sometimes it'll run depending on your tape. That's okay because, again, these jewels do cover up that center line. So I'm going to pause just for a few minutes. I'm going to let this color dry and we're going to be right back. Okay, so I also forgot to mention, you need a clear coat over top of your color so that when you lay down your tape or your vinyls or whatnot, it won't pull up your paint. I've mentioned this in some other videos. Clear coat helps get rid of that sticky layer that the color polishes leave. So if you don't have a clear polish and you're going to use a stencil, you're kind of SOL because it will lift the color and totally ruin your manicure or whatever you're doing. So always put a clear coat or a top coat in between. In this case, I have a top coat. So now I'm going to pause again and let my top coat dry. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're completely dry. I can run my finger on that. So now before I continue, I'm going to get out my studs of choice and get them all flipped over and ready to go. Now, this type of accent nail is very common lately that I've been seeing. I've been seeing it in a lot of different places and I really wanted to do it. But what I'm doing, how you know that I always like to switch it up. So the only nails that I've really been seeing are these, like the ones that I have on my nail with the square studs. Now you can get these studs in a lot of different designs like I have here. I've got like squares. I don't know if you guys can see it. I've got squares, diamonds. You can get little rounds, hearts, rectangles, and triangles. And the one that we're going to do is with the triangles, obviously. So, yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. You don't always have to, you know, follow the fad. You can always switch it up. So, again, we're dry here. So, oh, I also forgot. If you don't have a steady hand with your paint, I use my smaller striper brush. So, yes. And I apologize if I'm all wacky because I'm just so ill and I have a fever and I just feel like a yuck ball. So for this one, I like to kind of try and match up my stencil with my little vinyl. that I've got. So I'm picking chevrons for this. And like I said earlier, if you guys don't have any vinyls or stencils, please go check out my DIY video, because these are so easy to make and so cheap, because budgets be real. So I'm just trying to lay these down on the nail, spreading them out as evenly as I can. And like I said, that center line, it doesn't have to be like uberly perfect, because your studs will cover that anyway. All right, so I'm gonna lift that and fix it, because I don't like that. And we're kind of crooked, but that's okay. All right, so some of my black out on my dotting paper here. Gonna load my striper. And now when I load my stripers, I push it down into the polish and I will spin the brush so that it's like very loaded. Because if you don't have a whole lot, it won't come out bold. It'll kind of come out a little stringy. So now you can also, if you don't feel confident with your striper brush, you by all means put another piece of tape over the top of the pink, just to help you along the way while you're doing your black. But like I've been saying, no worries on perfection down the center, because the studs cover up your center line and make it straight. And also, if you have long nails, don't forget to do the very end of your nail, just like so. So now I can set that down, and I can clean my brush in my little acetone pot. Always keep your brushes clean, because, you know, gotta keep your stuff all nice and nice. Appreciate what you got. All right, so now I'm going to remove my vinyls or my stickers. And if you have like a chevron like I have, always go with the sticker. So down and then up. And always try to get your stickers before they before your polish completely dries. And if you want bolder lines, by all means, you can grab your little cleanup brush and fix those lines. So that your black doesn't want to run into your white. Oh my gosh, I almost had a mess. I don't know if you guys saw it do that. That was craziness. All right, so now you don't have to let this dry for this step. That's what we have so far. I'm sorry about the light again, guys. And now we're done with our colors. So now I get out my glue and I'll put a little dot. And now the way I do it, this is so it's easier for me. However you prefer to do it, I'll dip my orange stick in and I will put a bead down the nail, because if you're doing this with your tweezers, you're gonna muddy up your tweezers with glue real quick. So I like to have a stick that I muddy up instead. And then those ones aren't going to grab. So I'm going to grab my other ones that are all gross on top. Come on, triangles. Come on, triangles. Oh my. Why won't you grab? Nothing wants to be done for me today. There we go. And then you can line them however you want. And I think I just stuck my finger to the paper by sticking it. Yes, I did. And try and make them as straight as you can. If not, you know, the abstract look is also really cool, because I am definitely not perfect when it comes to straight lines. That's why I have so many tools. And they keep flipping over on me. And now you can go all the way to the end with these, but that requires you snipping your little jemmies in half, and I don't like snapping them in half, so if I have to leave a space, I will definitely. So that's what you got. And then hopefully by now, if we touch it, yep, so our black is dry. And now we can give it that final top coat. Oh my, I got something on my brush. Yucko. And right over top of those jemmies. And back over top of your pink again. And there you have it. So you go ahead and let that dry, and then you're good to go out on the town. So yeah, you can use it as an accent nail or do all your nails. Be bold and creative. So I'm gonna clean up this mess and I'll see you all up there. Okay, so here's that pink one we just did together, and like I said, you can always totally switch it up. Don't just do one. You can always switch it up. Like here I've got like little round, I've got straights, I've got my zigzags, and I've got my chevrons. You know, however you want it. Or you can freehand it with a striper and do hearts, do the other way. Maybe I'll do a second card doing them the other way. So, yes. Click, comment, like, subscribe, share with the universe. Keep coming back, YouTube family. You know I love you. And you can also, so I don't forget, follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Got my little stickies. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. BC_Jazzy_time. And you can also, trying to get the stick to my nose, it's just not working. Follow me on Facebook under Bailey Clarke. Try it out, show me, tag me, pin me, do stuff. Anywho's, I'm gonna go and lay down. So, yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Stay jazzy.